Yeah, first off, before I get started, yeah, a big shout out to Lee and Annie for doing that. And also, Annie, how can I say no to your request for using the deck after that poem? You had me a hello. Um, um, so for us, 2020 will go down as the year to remember to forget, or the year we learned Zoom is more than just a children's television show. Like most businesses in 2020, not named Amazon, Zoom, Lysol, or plexiglass manufacturers, the museums on the Green had to shut down its visitation and operations for 2020 starting in March. It's ironic that the last in-person lecture held this year by us was with Dr. Jeremy Brown of Baltimore discussing the 1918 Spanish flu pandemic held at the Lawrence School in Falmouth. The next day, things began shutting down across the country. Our office staff began working from home. Our volunteers justifiably opted to stay home, and being a phase 3 business, we began putting protocols in place for reopening. However, when Governor Baker decided to postpone part 2 of phase 3, the board decided, and with some justification, that it simply did not make sense to open up our historic houses to visitors until a vaccine was in place. We simply did not want to risk a visitor, a volunteer, a staff member, anyone getting sick on our watch. What we did learn to do, like a lot of businesses, was pivot. We began doing our talks virtually via Zoom. We did over 40 of those. We did our Poetry Fest virtually. These talks were free throughout the summer to get people acclimated to the format. And then we implemented a nominal charge after Labor Day. We also provided historic walking tours of Falmouth on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays starting in August to allow people some outdoor exercise and activities. These helped us to keep people engaged with us while keeping a semblance of normalcy. Additionally, we made certain that our emails included information on what events we were doing and when, while also giving them some water cooler topics to discuss. Every other week, we would provide an untold tale of Falmouth, courtesy of our research manager, Meg Costello. We knew that people needed some sort of diversion and needed to do something to keep their gray matter engaged. After all, there's only so much Netflix one can watch. The year 2020 was envisioned with blue skies in mind. We tried as best we could to keep moving forward. It does not mean that we were inactive in 2020. Duffany Builders restored and renovated the rear L section of our 1790 Dr. Wicks house. That included putting in a new exhibit area, which currently houses Karen Ronaldo's painting The First Thanksgiving 1621 in a climate-controlled area. The exterior of the house was painted as we anticipated large visitation coming in 2020 as part of the 400th anniversary of the landing of the Mayflower. Yes, as many of you know, I live in Plymouth. This is a year to remember to forget for Plymouth. Campus signs were installed for ease of visitation. Exhibits on women's suffrage and past elections were constructed. A new touchscreen exhibit was installed in our 1730 Conant House. Audio guides to assist with our walking tours were purchased to allow visitors an easier way to hear the tour being presented. Digital memberships were created so we could be more green business while allowing members to use their smartphone to show their memberships. 2021 will begin with more of the same. Knowing that winter is upon us, we will continue our Safer at Home series of virtual talks, particularly through May. We realize that people will be skittish about coming out to attend events in person for a while, so this format will be part of our plans for the near future. Additionally, we will continue our walking tours, weather permitting, on the first and third Fridays of each month so that people can have an active opportunity to learn more about the town and get out of the house, if just for an hour. Although we were unable to have our annual Heritage Award dinner in 2020, it is our hope that we will be able to host it in 2021. We wanted to honor women of accomplishment, so it is our honor and privilege to present Margaret Gifford, Penelope Doobie, Barbara Kanelopoulos, Sharon Nunes, and Pamela Rothstein with our award for 2021. These women deserve every kudo coming to them, and it is our fervent wish that we can have a celebration to honor their work and accomplishments sometime in the coming year. We're also hopeful of having a 60s night complete with a live band and adult beverages, our visit with a night watchman historic haunted house Halloween activity, our Christmas traditions house tour of the 1790 Wicks house, and our autumn historic trolley tours. Of course, all of this is dependent on how we're progressing as a town, a state, and a nation with the pandemic. So while 2020 will never go down as a year we will remember fondly, it is not necessarily a failure for the Historical Society and Museums on the Green. Our membership stepped up and supported us as best as they could. We were fortunate to obtain some grants that kept us going. In addition, we are hopeful that 2021 will mean that blue skies we envision for this current year will become available for us soon. Thank you.